Should child labor laws be enforced on African children who work in the fields? Well, before you answer, consider the following. Child labor laws were enacted by capitalist societies to prevent children from being exploited in the workforce. Many corporations realized they could pay children significantly less wages than adults. Less wages equals more profit. In a relatively short period of time, Western countries created a society wherein children were being exploited for the sake of making profit. Hence, child labor laws were enacted to address this problem. And sure, child labor laws are good on their own merit. After all, kids should not be exploited. But things get a bit messy when observing child labor laws become a precondition to international relations, especially for African countries. As we just mentioned, child labor laws are policies that were designed to address a problem that started in the Western countries. The law was not designed by Africans, and it was not designed for Africans. To put it another way, why are Africans being pressured to follow a law created by the West for the West? For Africans, farming is a way of life. Most children who work in the field are not being hired by corporations whose main aim is profit, like capitalist societies. Instead, children are working alongside of their father, brother, uncle, neighbor, and village. In the West, going into the labor force often meant divorcing oneself from education. But in Africa, many local teachers teach their students as they farm together. An African father who farms alongside his son is not only focused on profit, but on bonding with his son. When child labor laws become one of the presets to trade or receiving aid, the African is forced to choose between his customs and economic growth. The issue of child labor is just one example of how laws created by the West is being imposed on Africa.